Greetings, this is Dago Night, Baja Tales and Travels, and I'd like to introduce you to our newest guests. This is Eloy and Kurtis.
Hi.
And nice to see you again.
Good to
Eloy, it's
see
been
you
a long
too.
time.
It's good to see you.
So tell me, Eloy and Kurtis, Eloy, what do you guys do?
Well, we're local musicians. We've been playing together for about 6 years now, and it's what we do, music.
I met you, Eloy, about 8 or 9 years ago in Rosarito,
Yeah,
and over the over the years, and we had different places. You had different places in venue. You with alone, but you were jamming with other groups and other positions. How did you get involved with music?
I got involved with music because I have three brothers, and they're 2 years apart. And then 18 years later, I was born. So they're musicians, and music's been in my house like since I was a kid. Good music, thank God. And yeah, yeah. Watching my brother play drums the first time blew my mind. Like, so it's just, yeah,
It's just part
yeah,
of your life.
yeah. I
So,
remember when I told my mom that I wanted to be a musician. She's like, "Oh shit, another one." Yeah, she's right.
okay, so let's talk about Curtis. Tell us about you.
Um, my family's from the Pacific Northwest, specifically Port Angeles, and my dad was a blues drummer when I was born, and then I got a drum kit. I got his old drum kit fixed up when I was like 7 or 8. My uncle lived with us, and he played drums too. So there was always, and they loved the Beatles, and they loved soul music. Like we had like albums like the Incredible Jimmy Smith playing organ, or and my mom loved the Supremes, and and then I played in school band and grew up playing in bands and started playing guitar when I was about 10. But then more importantly, years later, I ended up here about 6 years ago. 6 years ago already, yeah. And we met through a mutual friend that was just sure we'd click, and we did.
Yeah,
And he had his shows already scheduled, and he just invited me to come and jam, and we ended up playing acoustic. And it was interesting because I played songs I never would have ever played, and I learned not from listening to, because we were doing covers. I didn't learn from listening to the records. I learned the songs from him. So now I'll hear the songs and go, oh, that's how it really goes. Like I had no idea. So,
So you've been here. What's the name of your band?
BluExit.
BluExit.
Yeah,
And what type of genre style specifically?
from Richie Valens to Lady Gaga to Celia Cruz to bit of everything.
yeah, it was rock and Espanol, classic
Yeah,
rock. We do some Pink Floyd. We do, you know,
yeah. Like, but the thing is, we don't play what other bands play. We're a little bit selfish in that way. I play what I want,
Yeah.
and people seem to like what the songs we pick.
What venues have you been?
Oh my god. Uh, in Rosarito, I think every I've played at pizza place, at cafes, all the bars. I mean, but right now we're playing at Charlie's Crew
Charlie's Crew. Yeah.
on Saturdays and Matashta on Sundays.
Sundays, and via
In
Guadalupe.
Valle Guadalupe,
Oh, Guadalupe. Yeah.
on Valley Girl.
Via Girl. What do they call that? El
Corcho Rosa.
Corcho Rosa, which is a really nice.
It's a really nice place.
Yeah.
The interesting thing is when I got involved with photography 10 years ago, I got involved with Ola Soy Lola, and then that's where I met a lot of people. And I didn't know about live music. I didn't know about that one. And the thing is, there is so much live music in Rosarito. And the interesting thing is not just in Rosarito, some of these bands are coming from Tijuana and Ensenada.
Yeah.
But let's go, the question is about how incorporated is the music scene, live music scene here in Rosarito?
Um, Well, there's during the high season there's a lot of bands, and it's it's it started to pick up a couple of years back. I guess I would say around 2010, 2011.
Hmm.
Started picking up, started more live music, because it was dead. It
Oh, really? Wow.
was dead for a while. But the cool thing is that now there's, because back in the day it was a dog eat dog thing, everybody to their own, and now there's a lot of camaraderie within the bands, and that's really cool.
Yeah, the other musicians are all really,
Yeah, they're really
really
cool.
gracious, and I love interacting with anybody. Like people allow us to sit in with them, or
Yeah,
we have people sit in with us, and it makes it way more fun, actually.
yeah.
Since after during the pandemic, what were you doing during the pandemic?
Uh, oh my God. Was I think one of the worst times of my life, because I mean, can't play in front of people,
Yeah, that's true.
and everybody was doing the online thing.
Yeah, that's true. I know
I
some other
can't
bands
do that
perform that.
shit.
Right.
I play for people,
Yeah.
in front of people, so I didn't do that. So just had to play, you know, um, incognito wherever I could.
Yeah, but the thing is, you had to keep alive, or you had to sustain her. The thing is that hey, you're not disappearing, because I know in 2020 a lot of things closed, and I know some bands uh, reformed, different changes and stuff like this one. And now, in the past couple of years, we have more bands. I noticed there's more bands coming from Ensenada
Ensenada,
performing
yeah,
here. That's really surprising, because I know the bands I've known like Tijuana Soundside and Lola and Luna Negra. Um, they come over here to Rosarito, and now we have a couple other bands coming from Ensenada. So to me, it's really interesting to know about the bands, but not just from Rosarito, from Tijuana and Ensenada. And the thing is, you got a variety, and it's like
yeah,
Rosarito's in between the two cities, but it's so unique, and you have a variety of different types of music.
yeah, yeah. I mean, and not only that, great musicians.
Yeah, we dig Freddie and Tijuana Southside.
He's a cool dude.
They're great people.
Yeah,
Like really good people.
Yeah, I met Freddie in 2016. Had an interview for Baja San, and Freddie was at the time. I didn't know who he was, so I met him and his band members. There were only three guys at that time,
Right.
and then over the years you got more people. I don't know. Freddie's back here. I met him over the years, and it's interesting seeing the development of these bands, how they survive and they continue and they have a good growing. Um, and it's really interesting. How can you what when you perform? I mean, how often do you perform weekly? Not like now January, February's quiet, but during the normal when the season picks up, how often do you perform?
3 times a week, sometimes four, and we got private parties or whatever. But yeah, as much as we can.
Yeah,
I mean,
we're
this is what we did. This is what we love
this
doing.
is our job basically.
It's your life.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
playing is the reward. Our job is fixing cables, learning the songs. This is stuff that people don't see.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
the
yeah.
job.
Behind the scenes. That's it. Behind
That's
the
the
scenes.
job.
Right. That's true.
And but playing, I mean, we have this thing. We have this slogan that we'll play for you till you kick us out.
Yeah, people used to think we're joking. We're
Yeah,
like, we've been at gigs. We're like, okay, we're okay. You guys had enough yet? You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
For the Americans community who live here, what is the difference reception do you have between the Americans who live here compared to the Mexicans who live here?
not much. I mean, they love music.
yeah, we
They
cover
like what
both.
what we do, and everybody's been great with us.
Hmm.
Everybody's treated us really, really, really great. Um, Not a lot of difference when it comes down to music and doing a party. It's not, having a good time, enjoying being alive.
Yeah.
It's interesting to me being, I've lived here like 5 6 years, so I'm kind of first when I first got here, I was like I realized, oh, there is a difference in the audience. It depends even at certain venues, it depends what night it is or whatever. But I found that like demographically, like males in their 60s and up, it doesn't matter if they're Mexican or American, they want to hear classic rock. That is just what they request. When you get the females, of course, in that age group, like definitely more variety, or they want to dance, you know.
Yeah.
So we try to cover that. And then once you get kind of below, like, you know, like mid 50s and down, then if it's a Mexican audience, we play rock and Espanol, which is what I love to play the most. Really, I kind of pushed him to play it more because, you know, he was playing to a lot of Americans for a while. But so we have kind of like, we can kind of cover both because he can sing in both languages really well. Like it doesn't, you know, if we're singing a Spanish language song, it doesn't sound like we're trying. I mean, we're really in it, you know, we're in it. But he grew up on classic rock because of his brothers. So he's like,
Yeah.
it's been, we have a huge song list. We do, how many songs would you say? We have 100
50 by now.
Oh wow, that's impressive. That's really
and
impressive.
probably about 40 of them are like our standards, but we can branch out of that if we need to.
Yeah.
So, but that's a good question that you asked, and he's right. Yeah, we do really well with both. We don't really even see a difference in the audience for us. You know, just if you request a song, if we know it, we'll try to play it.
We do. This thing has happened to us that we've gone to a gig, and we're playing, and nobody claps or nobody says anything, but they don't want us to leave.
Yeah, we'll be like,
It's so weird.
we're like, are you sick of us yet? And they're like, no, don't go.
It's really weird.
Yeah, usually that's more upscale people.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just more reserved. It's not because they don't like it. You know, they're just
Yeah.
not as outgoing. You know, whatever.
Since we can say we talked about the pandemic, it's pretty much over, and now it's settled down. Now we're looking at different types of. One thing is we have different venues, different restaurants and
Yeah.
coffee shops and bars. What have you seen in the past couple of years with the changing of the venues in Rosarito?
Well, places like Sin Fronteras, like Charlie's, that they want live bands there. They want different live bands, like, and you know that's great. You know, the more bands, the more. I mean, competition's always good.
Yeah.
Always good.
I'm surprised there is as much live music as there is because I lived in LA for years, and I mean, there's live music in LA, of course, but it's way in a different level. But as far as local, you know, unless you live in the South Bay or something, there's not that much people. You know, my sister's a house music DJ, and like that, there's a lot of people going out for DJs there. So that's why I'm here. Actually, I came here and I'm like, oh, people want to hear me play guitar. I don't think I'm going to leave. You know, I think this is where I want to be. You know.
So what do you think it's going to happen for 2026?
It's gonna be the best year ever.
This year?
It's the best time to be alive. Come on.
Yeah.
It's the best. We have everything, and it's gonna be a good summer. Hope it doesn't rain.
Like yeah. No.
Yeah, we're
just
supposed to
hope
have
it
rain
doesn't rain.
tomorrow, but
Uh-huh.
luckily that's usually January and February this year.
But this January's had some of the nicer days I've seen in a few seasons.
Yeah, that's something unique about, excuse me, Rosarito is the weather. Because my parents are originally from Chicago and they came over here, and a lot of Americans who live here, retired here, they're originally from California, so it's not that much of a difference. But you
It's,
come people
yeah.
from Midwest or East, it's very, very different. So it's like,
Yeah.
hey, we don't have to worry about snow. We don't have to worry about
No.
winter clothes. And once in a while, we get some really cold times. Like, oh, I wish I had that sweatshirt or had that
Yeah.
sweater. But the thing is, we noticed in the past couple of years, there's a lot more restaurants, and they're changing, and hopefully they'll be able to maintain.
Yeah.
And those restaurants and those bars, they get more exposure. But the thing is, they need live music. So When you see a new restaurant, do you always look at new restaurants or bars?
Yeah, we try to, hit up,
Well,
when-
we've had a few that didn't make it that tried us out, and it wasn't because of us that they didn't make it,
yeah,
but they just were, you know, uh, maybe the owner might have been too ambitious in how much money he put in for an upstart or something that just or wasn't location is so everything.
Yeah.
Like if you have a like that's why I think Charlie's Crew does well because
yeah,
even the guy who owns it, Robert's and his they're lovely people, but there's been a lot of owners of that place and it's still there. It's not like it dies. And some places it just can't get off the ground.
Yeah, that's it.
something that has changed, and maybe just for us or whatever, is the fact that the first thing that back in the day, the first thing that when there's no money coming in, the first thing a bar does is they cut the band,
Cut the band, yeah,
and we've been very fortunate to
yeah.
we've worked nonstop,
I
at
mean,
least one day a
there's
week.
only
I
two
mean,
of us, so we're not maybe as expensive as some bands, which probably is. We're not trying to undercut people, and I don't know if we are because I don't know what they're charging, but
Yeah.
we do hang on to our gigs even through tough times. So we've had Mata Ashta the whole time I've known Eloy,
Yeah.
which is 6 years now, right?
Yeah.
We've been playing there every weekend for 6 years.
Oh wow, that's fantastic.
We're on Sundays now. We were doing Saturday and Sundays, and Saturdays was cool because it was never official. We were just filling in, and we filled in for like 3 years straight.
Yeah.
He finally made it into karaoke night or something, but he kept us on Sunday. So
Have you guys performed in Ensenada or Tijuana?
And TJ, we've played at a couple of parties.
DJ we play at
In Ensenada, not yet. I mean, the
just
Valley.
the Valley,
yeah.
Guadalupe Valley, yeah, but not in town. We have some friends that have a place that we just need to pursue. It's
Yeah.
because we play Saturday and Sunday already most weekends. It's hard for us to get out and network.
Yeah, that's the only bad thing about the only
Being a musician.
sad thing about it.
We never
You
leave the
can't go
house.
see your friends play.
Yeah,
because you're
that's true.
playing all the time.
Yeah, and the thing is, you have to get there early because I was with Lola. I was the photographer, and the thing is, you got to get there early, at least an hour early, and then you're performing and you have your breaks. But some people want to talk to you, and then after you finish, you're tired and you got to break the equipment down.
Yeah,
That's the job. Yeah.
that's the work.
Yeah.
When we have people give us a hard time because we have a lot of gear for two guys.
Yeah.
We've cut it down really well, but
Yeah.
What kind of equipment do you guys have?
well, we don't have traditional amplifiers, so that's an interesting question. We over the last 10 years, the technology to have one unit that does everything. So it's literally your amp, speakers, the miking the speaker, and the effects all in one. So that's what we use. Our guitars run through that. And then he plays acoustic and electric, so he has to have two guitars. We both play bass, so we have to have a bass. And then we just run through. Yeah, we got a nice new little mixing board, and then
And some JBLs.
yeah, some JBL speakers, and we have a big subwoofer that we haven't had to use lately. But we want to make sure we have the bottom
Yeah.
pumping. So
And
it's
the cool thing about Charlie's is that we hook up to their system, so it's all around the bar and sounds really nice.
Oh, okay.
Sounds really good.
Yeah, it's nice because when they're showing playing karaoke or playing videos, and then when we come on, the sound doesn't dramatically change to go through our system anymore. We are going through the same system, so that really helped.
Yeah.
Because I always felt like because their system fills the whole house, and we just have our pair of speakers.
Oh wow.
So now it's
Yeah.
that's been nice.
D. Mary, would you like to have any questions?
I have a question. Why BluExit?
BluExit, we were going through picking the name for the band, and we had a friend and his wife they were in Matashta, and I remembered I wanted a long time ago I had a blues band, and I said I was going to call it BluExit, and the wife said that sounds sexy, so
she had our ear right there. We're like, oh really? Okay, we'll go with it.
Yeah.
I always wonder how bands pick their names.
It's one of those names where I like. If you look at your list of names, and every time you see a name, you're just looking for what you don't like about it. It's like it's there's something kind of, I don't know, generic's the right word. There's just something, it doesn't really, it's a meaningless kind of name. So I like it because it doesn't really imply anything. But it kind of has the word blue, which is kind of blues, but we're not really a blues band, so that would be.
Yeah.
But BluExit, not blues. I don't know. There's no real meaning to it.
And once again, your schedule right now, which days you're working?
We're Saturdays from 8 till they kick
Till
us
we
out.
get kicked out.
In Charlie's Crew, and in Matashta Sundays from 7:30 or 8 till 11:30.
Yeah, which if there's people there, we'll stay until.
Yeah.
Steve, the owner, doesn't shut that place down. If he has one couple in the corner having drinks, he'll stay open. He doesn't.
Oh wow. Yeah.
It's interesting. There was a gal working there that was new, and we kind of like, she was doing the, like, probably wanted to go and trying to get people to,
Oh,
like whatever, leave the, finish the evening. And we found out about it because our friends were there, and she was like, oh, she said that you guys are closing soon or something. And we're like, really? We said, oh, she's not going to last. She was gone in a week.
In a week, yeah.
Like Steve probably heard about that, was like, nope.
yeah.
We're open until the customers are gone. So he has the best after hours or late
Yeah.
night of any. Nobody stays open as late as Madashta. Like, he's open as late as, he said he used to be open till 2 in the morning
Yeah.
or 4 in the morning back in the day, but
Yeah.
there's not people out like that anymore. So something changed during that time.
Yeah.
Now, Eloy, you talked about how you're a little selfish and you pick your music. How does the crowd's reaction affect what you're going to pick?
So the songs that I pick are basically the songs I heard on the radio when I was growing up, or new stuff, whatever. And it always hits somebody like, oh, I remember when I heard that, and we we play some songs, we play not like the artist plays them. Like I will cover the cover.
Yeah,
Of the song.
He'll find the cover of the song, and then we'll do
And
a version of that.
I mean, I've been in the car and it's the radio del song, and I'm like, I've heard that song. Like, I've
We
heard that
play
song.
it.
I play this song, like, yeah.
So he says he's selfish. But when I was about the second year I was playing with him, I had a friend that lived in La Jolla, and I'd go visit her, and she used to dance, and so she had a pole, and she'd be up there, and I'd play acoustic guitar, and then she'd turn it on the radio. And I was listening to the radio at her house one night, and I realized that, wow, they played 7 in a row of songs we play. So that's the songs he picked. Like, he picks the songs. Like, there's songs that I like to do, but like, the songs he plays, I consider a lot of them crowd pleasers because they're songs that people just like, and they're not by bands that I listen to normally. But I kind of learned that when I see people reacting positively to music, it makes me have a different feeling about it.
That was my point, is the reaction of the crowd sort of guides you, and
Yeah,
I'm sure
because
if it's a
we
crowd.
play a lot of stuff that nobody plays.
Yeah, like we do Pink Floyd, like we could do like pretty, like we do stuff from Dark Side of the Moon record, and then we do
We play Venus.
we do Venus, the old song Venus, but then we have a different version of that.
What about Moody Blues?
We don't do any Moody Blues.
No,
do
we don't do any Moody
I can
Blues.
do them if somebody requested them. I could do them, a couple of them acoustic, but he does most of the vocals, so I try to stay away from.
So do you have pretty much a fan base?
Yeah, a couple of friends. Charlie's Crew has been really cool.
That's a
We have
great place for us.
Yeah. But yeah, we have a couple of people that follow us sometimes.
Yeah, well, I'd say that if we worked a little harder at our social media, we might have more
Yeah.
fan base, which is something that's on my to-do list.
Yeah.
Well, this is one thing. This is one of the reasons is to help with the musicians. This this video.
This.
Yeah, this is it. This is the episode, and I know he told me, Diego, you're gonna be the Johnny Carson of Rosarito. And the thing is, hey, I took that idea, that concept, and the thing is having like a talk show, and it's a great way for opportunities.
Yeah,
And that's why once the studio's ready, we had more equipment. And the things I had to learn how to use this, hey, this is a big mixer, and I need to learn how to use this. So I'm slowly learning about this stuff. But the thing is, it's a great way to get involved with the community, different perspective, but also help with the musicians. And I remember that like back at the end of 2020, I said, Diego, you'll be Johnny Carson. It's to help with the community, help with the artists, different type of artists. So there.
Yeah, and I personally want to say thank you, because ever since I've known you, you've put a lot into this community, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Honestly, thank you so much.
He's lived here his whole life pretty much.
Yeah.
And he notices those kind of things if somebody comes, and especially if you're not from here, if you're from not just the States, but any place, and you put effort into the community.
Stuff that we don't do.
It doesn't get by him.
It's great.
And the thing is, there's a different perspective. There's so much thing to learn about Rosarito. And when I met Dee Marie a couple of years ago, she didn't know. She found about Frau a couple of years ago and about the sports scene, and she loves sports. Mm-hmm. And the thing is, it's difficult to get this information once you learn, and that's it. There's more things to go than downtown Rosarito, like the clubs and those restaurants. There's more things to learn.
Yeah.
The live music. When I got involved with Lola, I knew about the Italian pizza place across the street from Rosarito Beach Hotel.
He used to play there.
Yeah, that one. And then you used to work at
Renee's.
Renee's. Yeah, that one.
Did you see him when he used to play at Calypso?
No. I remember Calypso. I've been there a couple times.
A lot of people that I run into know him from then. I wasn't here then, but
yeah, Calypso. And then you had Paradise Cove for a little bit.
Yeah, I started at Cabaco.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Cabaco. Yeah, I remember
That's
Cabaco.
where I started.
Yeah, that's it. Cabaco. And things have changed. With the music scene, I still keep in contact with some of the musicians over the years. And the interesting thing is, once you get to know people, then you're able to talk to them. And this is a great way to a different perspective of the musicians. Mm-hmm. So once it's done, I'm going to be uploading it and using your photos, and I'm going to get all your links so I can promote it. Oh, one thing is you do private parties?
Yeah. Yes, that's something we're good at that.
Yeah.
If you've seen us and you like our set list, then we're perfect for your party because it's.
So this is like at somebody's home, or?
Yeah, most of the time.
Well, most of the time we get invited to parties with great people.
But it could be there's venues that there's an interesting thing in Rosarito. There's venues that are just available for people to rent for events. And we play at those sometimes.
Oh, that's cool.
So you'll pull up. You go, I didn't know this was here. You just be across the street from where Splash is on the other side of the freeway, back inland a little bit, and all of a sudden you're at this big, huge place.
Yeah, that's interesting about Rosarito. I mean, when I was living years ago with Rosarito Shores, and that's it. That's what I was, and I used to walk along the boulevard. But the thing is, you go down south, you have a lot of hidden areas. That's it. Big residentials, a lot of people. And it's interesting to know about that. And the thing is, most people go around to most places. They go downtown in Rosarito. We know Papa's and Beer, and that's for one scene. And then you come over here down here, you have Splash. You have other restaurants, and things are growing.
Yes.
I've been here when I lived in Rosarito, like over 10 years ago, downtown Rosarito. Now I'm with Dee Marie and Primo Tapia. Primo Tapia is growing, and you have more people. And
oh my God! Like
it's amazing how much that place.
Like
since I've been
at
here
night,
for 5 years.
Yeah.
At night by Calafia, you used to see just little patches of light.
Yeah.
Now it's just a solid
lights.
All the way down. And it's funny because we'll be looking at Primo Tapia from that perspective, and he's like, look at that. Like this whole hill's full of lights.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like that when I moved here, which was 2022, I think I came
22,
here.
yeah.
Or 2021, maybe.
Yeah, it's grown a lot, especially like K38.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh
That
my
area?
gosh.
Oh my
Oh, yeah.
God, it's like
We
huge houses.
lived we lived under the Jesus statue for a while.
Yeah.
So that even since that's like a couple of years ago we moved out. It's crazy how much that's filled in up back there in
Yeah.
that area. Really crazy.
So many people here and so many stories, and that's what this is about.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
This
that's,
is
that's what we want
this
to
is
do
so cool
about it.
because I've always wondered like who lives in this community.
Oh,
When I
he said he was excited because he hasn't been in this.
Area,
Yeah,
community,
it's like
residential area.
we played at parties like at Las Gaviotas, a place like that. But he's already been to those places. He's like, oh, I know. But this one, he's like, oh wow, I get to go check this out now.
Yeah, that's something else. Yeah, yeah, that's unique to go to those different places. Like, oh, it's true. That place is real. No, that's not true. Wow, that's new. That's weird. Well, that's a cool place. I need to try to visit that place. It's really interesting. There's so much stuff here. Most people see this stuff, but they don't are able to go into these hidden gems out.
like we have a friend and he lives in a ranch, and we wanted to play, and this place is beautiful.
Beautiful.
Like I thought in a million years that Rosarito had those places. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's that ranch is like they call it Primotopia, but it's really to us it's Porto Nuevo, but it's east. It's the other side of the freeway,
yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
about 2 miles in.
yeah.
2 miles, and the roads are not they're gravel roads, they're not dirt roads, so they're okay. But he has this really nice.
Yeah.
He calls it a ranch, whatever. He has
Cabins.
and I've never been to a cabin. I'm from the Pacific Northwest. You go to a cabin, it's always a little musty.
Yeah.
Like you go in these cabins and they're just so dry and nice and comfy. You know what I mean? They don't have that musty smell like what you think of a cabin as being.
Yeah.
So, and that's what he does is he rents it out.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
And he has all sorts of events there.
Yeah.
And he's just an interesting, nice guy. His name's Charlie.
Yeah.
So we want to say thank you. Good to see you, Eloy. It's been a while. Nice to meet you, sir, Kurtis.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much.
And this
It's
will
been
be
a nice. I didn't know he didn't tell me anything about what's happening today, so I'm really surprised and delighted. This has been great.
Thank you. So anyway, I want to say thank you. This is Day Night, Baja Tales and Travelers with BluExit. I'll put the links later so everyone can know about you. Thank you.
Thank you.